In this video, we're going to look at how to use Canva to create graphic images. So if you haven't created an account already, go ahead and create an account and then get yourself logged in at canva.com. As you can see here, you can pretty much design anything, and we'll go a little bit more into this about getting started. But I know probably with this in mind you're wondering, well, how much does it cost? So I have that open for you. They have a free plan and a pro plan. I've never purchased the pro plan. Everything I've done and used, I've used their free version. And so as we go along, I'll show you what to look for as far as the free. You can, if there's an image or logo or something that you just absolutely want, you can pay $1 for it. But again, that's up to you. I've never paid not even the $1 for one of the images. I've just used the free version. So all of your designs is where all of your designs live. So if you wanted to come back and edit one of your designs, you would just go to all of your designs, click open the infographic, make whatever adjustment is necessary. I actually created this one in an older version, so I'm going to open it in the new editor. They have updated their editor to where it's a little better, and I then have options where I can go and maybe make an adjustment on the typing or whatever. So that's how you would edit a file. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at how do we start from nothing. I typically like going to the templates. So here in templates you have several categories, as you can see here. Flyers, presentations, social media posts, cards, business cards, photo collages, invitations, brochures, logos, resumes, posters, infographics, etc. Just a ton of different things. And just because it says it is something doesn't mean you have to use it for that. I use this logos piece a lot to create little buttons or images on my web pages. So just to kind of give it a little extra flair. So I use that a little differently than what it's intended for. So the upgraded version allows you to customize your size of your page. And like I told you, I've always just used the free version. So I've learned how to look at these different ones and decide, what size I'm wanting. And then also know that you can take it into a photo editor and crop it later if you need to. So let's start with creating a poster. So here is a lot of pre-made posters, and they may not be towards your content, but never worry about that. Just look at the background of it. What is it that you like? If any one of these appeal to you, you just select it and we'll use it, and we adjust the content to what you want it, even the images. So we're going to pick this one and use this template. So you can see this one has a watermark. So if it has a watermark, that means it's going to want you to pay for something. So you can see if I can click here to remove watermark, and they want me to pay for that particular image. It's this image here, and that's really not the image I want to use anyway. So I'm going to just kind of move some things around. So I don't really want that image, so I can select it and I can hit the trash can. And it leaves this little thing on here, which is a weird little thing, you're probably wondering. It's an elements. So within elements, they have these grids that have these little funny images. You can see the cloud and the mountains and stuff. This just makes it to where you can pull in a photo and toss it into that little grid, and it automatically resizes itself. So that in itself is really nice. If you don't want it, you can also delete it. But I'm going to leave it there just so you can kind of see. And then we're going to come to our photos. And I've already searched for a teacher photo, and it's a free one. So I'm going to click it, and it just drops it in here. But remember that cloud thing is a little thing that it will snap to that grid. So you can kind of move it around, and it just tosses it in there. And it kind of gives me, since we had, I don't know if you've noticed, there's that pinkish background back there. You can move this aside click it. Maybe you don't really like the pink color. You want it maybe to be more of a gray. So we can change the coloring. And yeah, I kind of like the lighter because it kind of washes it out just a little bit more. So we're going to leave it like that. So you can change the background color in that fashion there. You can also, now with this particular one, since we've got the full-sized image, you have this background setting over here, and you can change the background in that way too. So with this particular background, it does shine through, and there's some little sparklies. So you know what? I kind of sort of like that. It's a little busy, but I think I might just leave it. Okay, so there's how you change your backgrounds. You can also add text, but since we used a template, the text is already there. You may decide you don't like the font. You can definitely highlight, change the font, and you can change the size. You can also change the color of the font. So maybe we want it a little darker for it to stand out. And of course, this is not what we want. We want it to be a little bit different wording. And then here you can align. And now I still want more information, and I probably am going to just get rid of this stuff. This stuff's not important. I kind of like this one. And I can definitely make it larger. Whoops, that wasn't larger. If I want to do that, change the color and all that fun stuff as well. I can also come over here, and maybe I don't like any of the pairings of the fonts. I can choose some different font combinations here, or I can just add another heading or a subheading or a small body of text. I'm going to choose this one. It's free. I think most of these are probably free, but I kind of like that one. So I'm going to pick this one and then resize it just a little bit. You know what? And I double clicked on it, and so I did it twice, so I can click on that second one and hit delete. Picking each individual thing, sorry. I can just hit delete with the trash can as well. Okay, so I think and you can see that's a little bit too big even to fit there, so I can adjust the font size just a little bit. See if I can get it to fit in there. Or I can also do the ungroup. You can see that all of these are in a group, so I can click ungroup and then just click on that one, so then I can even just resize it. So some different things to kind of play with. Okay. And again, you can move all of these around however you want and change all of the coloring, and then voila, your poster is ready. And there may be some other elements that you might want to throw in here because it's a little empty down here at the bottom. But you can search through photos, elements. Let's see what we can find under teacher. And here, when I click here, it says Pro version, so that one would want us to pay. So, like I said, I keep looking for one that I don't have to pay for. I like that. The little books are cute. So that kind of gives it a little something extra there. Okay. So now that I've got my poster all ready and I want to download it, I can get ready to download it. But you know what? I am going to look for one more little feature. This is something new that they have added. They have added some animated stickers that are really cute. So we can click on those to see which ones they have that are free and not free. I'm going to pick the little smiley guy. Okay, so you can see he's back there. I'm going to make him a little bit smaller. And the reason I want to do this is I just want to show you the difference in some file types. And we're going to stick him down here. This is probably not really something I would necessarily stick on my poster, but this is just to kind of show you what the animated GIFs can do. So here's our poster, and now we're ready to download it. So we're going to hit download. And you can download it. You've got some different options. So the two new features that they have are downloading it as a video or a GIF. So the cool thing is with the video is you can create. Remember I showed you that there was those presentations, so you can click and create several slides and then convert it into a video. So you have that, or just this short little animated clip, and that's what this will be. So I'm going to download this one just as a GIF so you can see what that looks like. So I select that file type and I hit download. I'm going to save it to my desktop, and then I can exit out of this, and I can download another file type. So I'm going to just do the JPEG because it is a smaller file size. The PNGs usually have a higher quality, and I'm just going to do the JPEG. And I'm going to hit download. And I'm going to save that one to my desktop again. So now that I have the two on my desktop, they're down there they go. We're going to jump into our Google slide presentation, and we're going to insert both of those images. I'm going to start with a GIF, and then I'm going to insert the JPEG. And so you can see the difference in what it does. The GIF will keep that little happy face animated, and the JPEG makes it just stagnant. So they're both very nice qualities that you can drop into presentations or print out some anchor charts or whatever you may want. Okay. So hopefully that was helpful in learning how to create your images, and we've gotten you a good start. Really, the biggest thing is just jumping in and playing. There is an option, like I said, if you don't find an image that you like that's already in theirs, under the photos or the elements or whatever, you can always upload your own image. Another thing we can do is we can add a new page down here, and it'll take on the background of your previous one, so we can adjust the background. This is a free version, so we're going to just make it a plain color, so I'm going to change it to actually just white and do a white background. You can add a photo in here. Let's say we'll do the rocks, and again you can resize your photo, and maybe that's a bit of a strong color. You can select the photo, and up here at the top you can make the photo transparent. So it kind of lightens it up a little. You can also do this with your shape elements. So I'm going to come down here to our shape. So we've inserted our shape, and I'm going to change the color as well. But you can also, I've got it highlighted, you can come over here and change the transparency of that shape as well. This is a 2-page document here that we have had. You can change the title to each page if you want to by just giving it a brief little title there. That makes it easy, so when you're downloading and you only want to select one of the pages, you know which ones they are. And you can usually see by the thumbnail, but you can just download one page at a time if you want to. So know that is also an option. Another cool thing with Canva is you can share out to other people. So you can just type their email address in there, and you can give them options on whether they can just view it or edit it. So that is a great feature to have. If someone has shared something with you, back here on your home page, you have a section down here with shared with you. So these are all items that have been shared with you. And you may or may not have edit rights, but you can always make a copy of it and adjust it. So this is a great way for students or even teachers themselves to collaborate on creating a newsletter or creating an infographic or whatever. So great usage for products for students. Hopefully, I hope we've covered everything, I think, to really get you rocking and rolling on Canva. Just please let me know if you have any questions or just need some help with this. Just shoot me an email and we can schedule some time to take a look.